Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, colourful cartoon animals and everyone else, welcome to Magic the Questioning, the card game quiz that asks the question, am I gonna do the voice? Swear to me. Nah, it's a bit much, innit? Let's meet our contestants. Was I the only one that wanted to put in the effort then? No? We've all dressed up. Yeah, I really like my costume. Really? What are you supposed to be then? What, you can't tell? No, I obviously can't tell. Look here. Green doesn't look like she's wearing anything at all. We'll talk about this in a minute. Let's see this week's categories. Not My Type is the first round, where the questions are worth 1 point each. More Like Epic Thet is our second round, with questions worth 2 points each. Cards on the Table is our third round, where the questions are worth 3 points each. Keyword Search is our fourth round, where the questions are worth 4 points each. And Art Attack is our final category, with a single question that doubles your score. At the end of the game, tally up your points and measure them against the point score chart, so you can see how you rank and compare it with your friends and everyone else playing along at home and in the comments section. Will you come last but seeking? Maybe you're a contestant of perfection. Let's find out. So if you are playing along at home, get ready to write down your answers and let us know how you do in the comments below. And if you answer the question from the thumbnail correctly, you get to start the game with a bonus 4 points. That's 4 points right now if you knew that the -8 ability for Liliana Vess is put all creatures from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. In my opinion, still one of the most fun Planeswalker ultimates in the game. Now for the rest of the quiz. Here we go, round 1, Not My Type. Question 1. Baron Sengir, Anawan the Ruin Sage, and Edgar Markov all share what creature type? Baron Sengir, Anawan the Ruin Sage, and Edgar Markov all share what creature type? Question 2. Geist of St. Traft, Karlov of the Ghost Council, and Abuelo, Ancestral Echo, all share what creature type? Geist of St. Traft, Karlov of the Ghost Council, and Abuelo, Ancestral Echo, all share what creature type? Question 3. Josu Vess, Lich Knight, Grim Corpspawn, and Neheb the Eternal all share what creature type? Josu Vess Lich Knight, Grim Corpspawn, and Neheb the Eternal all share what creature type? Question 4. Mayor of Averbrook, Ulrich of the Krallen Horde, and Tovalar, Dire Overlord, all share what creature type? Mayor of Averbrook, Ulrich of the Krallen Horde, and Tovalar, Dire Overlord, all share what creature type? That's the final question this round. You have until the music stops to submit your answers, and once that's over, we'll find out if you were right. Start the music. Okay, time's up. Let's get some answers. And remember, 1 point this round for each one you answer correctly. Question 1. Baron Sengir, Anawan the Ruin Sage, and Edgar Markov all share what creature type? Vampire, from different planes, but they are all vampires. Question 2. Geist of St. Traft, Karlov of the Ghost Council, and Abuelo, Ancestral Echo all share what creature type? Spirit. Karlov of the Ghost Council, giving it away a little bit, but they're all spirits. Question 3. Josu Vess Lich Knight, Grim Corpspawn, and Neheb the Eternal all share what creature type? Zombie. Once again, all from different planes, but we were looking for zombie. Question 4. Mayor of Averbrook, Ulrich of the Krallen Horde, and Tovalar, Dire Overlord all share what creature type? Werewolf. Technically human too, but the answer we were looking for was werewolf. Let's talk to our contestants. Come on then, Purple, tell me about your costume.
Well, as you can see, I'm a witch.
You're a witch?
Yeah, this is my witch's hat.
I don't think witches wear hats like that.
Oh, but witches are magic. They can wear any kind of hat that they like. And I have a broom. Here, look.
Alright, yeah, fine. Close enough, I guess. On to our second category, More Like Epic Thet, all about creatures and their names. Question 1. Which white legendary creature is known as Mother of Machines? Which white legendary creature is known as Mother of Machines? Question 2. The Goblin Krenko is known as the Tin Street Kingpin, but also as a mob what? The Goblin Krenko is known as the Tin Street Kingpin, but also as a mob what? Question 3. Vito and Alenda are two vampires from Ixalan, but what 3 words appear in both of their epithets? Vito and Alenda are two vampires from Ixalan, but what three words appear in both of their epithets? Question 4. Which black legendary slug horror is known as the Corrosive? Which black legendary slug horror is known as the Corrosive? You've got until the music stops to get your answers down, and then we'll see the results. Time's up, let's get some answers, and this time they're worth 2 points. Question 1. Which white legendary creature is known as Mother of Machines? Elish Norn. We were of course looking for the Praetor, Elish Norn. Question 2. The goblin Krenko is known as the Tin Street Kingpin, but also as a mob what? Boss, as evidenced by the card Krenko Mob Boss. Question 3. Vito and Alenda are two vampires from Ixalan, but what three words appear in their epithets? The Dusk Rose. Both Vito and Alenda have in their names the three words The Dusk Rose. Question 4. Which black legendary slug horror is known as the Corrosive? Toxrill. We were looking for the corrosive slug, Toxrill. Okay, Blue, your turn. Tell us about your costume then.
Well, when I saw it, it just felt really me, you know?
Not really. What are you exactly?
Duh, I'm a cowboy. Reach for the sky, pilgrim. Do I look lucky, punk?
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Come with me if you want to live. I need your clothes, your boots and your motorcycle.
Yeah, excellent. And we were supposed to figure that out from just the waistcoat then, yeah? Isn't there something that I know for a fact that you own that could have maybe completed the look? Don't you feel like maybe you're missing sort of the most iconic part?
Horse?
No, not a... nearly. You nearly got me. I'm going to move on before I say something. Round 3, and the category is Cards on the Table, our general card knowledge round. Question 1. Which card from Duskmourn House of Horror is the sequel to a card from Innistrad Midnight Hunt? Which card from Duskmourn House of Horror is the sequel to a card from Innistrad Midnight Hunt? Question 2. What must a creature card do to trigger Desecrated Tomb's ability to create a 1/1 black bat creature token? What must a creature card do to trigger Desecrated Tomb's ability to create a 1/1 black bat creature token? Question 3. Which 4-mana sorcery, first printed in Odyssey, returns a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield? Which 4-mana sorcery, first printed in Odyssey, returns a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield? Question 4. Drift of the Dead is a wall whose power and toughness are equal to the number of what that you control? Drift of the Dead is a wall whose power and toughness are equal to the number of what that you control? That's the last question this round, so get ready to finish writing before we find out the answers. Time's up, and remember, for this round, correct answers are worth 3 points. Here we go. Question 1. Which card from Duskmourn House of Horror is the sequel to a card from Innistrad Midnight Hunt? Meat Hook Massacre 2. Quite possibly my least favourite card ever printed. We were looking for Meat Hook Massacre 2. Question 2. What must a creature card do to trigger Desecrated Tomb's ability to create a 1/1 black bat creature token? Leave your graveyard. Desecrated Tomb creates a 1/1 black bat creature token every time a creature leaves your graveyard. Question 3. Which 4-mana sorcery, first printed in Odyssey, returns a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield? Zombify, the iconic all-time classic Zombify. Question 4. Drift of the Dead is a wall whose power and toughness are equal to the number of what that you control? Snowlands. I picked this card for the Halloween special because Drift of the Dead sounds kind of spooky, but maybe this would have been better in a Christmas-themed quiz because the answer was Snowlands. Okay, I dread to ask, what's green supposed to be?
She's Big Shoes.
Yeah, she's Big Shoes.
She's what? What's Big Shoes?
You know, she's Big Shoes.
Yeah, look, she's doing it.
She's doing what? Big Shoes? She's doing what?
Big Shoes.
Yeah, she's doing what Big Shoes does, look.
I don't know what Big Shoes is.
She's Big Shoes.
Yeah, she's Big Shoes.
I can't even... Is she wearing shoes? I can't see her feet.
Look, she's doing it.
Yeah, she's Big Shoes.
Big Shoes.
Stop saying Big Shoes. I don't know what Big Shoes is.
She's Big Shoes.
Oh yeah, and like your costume is so good.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're supposed to be.
What are you... Sorry, what did you... No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this right now. Round 4 is keyword search, and then I'm coming back to that. Question 1. Deep breaths, don't let them get to you. Shards of Alara's Cedris, the Traitor King, gives each creature in your graveyard which keyword? Shards of Alara's Cedris, the Traitor King, gives each creature in your graveyard which keyword? Question 2. Which keyword ability was introduced in Armoncare and was centered in white and blue? Which keyword ability was introduced in Armoncare and was centered in white and blue? Question 3. The 3-mana Direwolves has which keyword as long as you control a plains? The 3-mana Direwolves has which keyword as long as you control a plains? Question 4. What was the sole new keyword introduced in Dark Ascension? What was the sole new keyword introduced in Dark Ascension? Okay, the time's about to start again, so I hope you have all of your answers, because this is the last point scoring round. Here we go. And that's time. Every correct answer is worth 4 points, so let's find out how you did after these messages. Hi, it's me, from the thing that you're watching. This is one of those sections that most ad blockers will cut out, but if you don't have one of those, maybe you'd like to hear that my Patreon has a new tier. It's £1, which is seemingly about a US $1.50, and it supports me because I'd like to keep doing this, but sadly that's not always the reality of the world that we live in. However, if you join, for your contribution, you'll get your name credited on screen at the end of my videos in a text scroll exclusive to the Lunar tier. Your name may be small, but it will be there. The catch for this low cost is that I'm limiting membership to only 1,000 people. So, if you want to see your names in my video, you want to support me to keep creating said videos, and £1 or $1.50 doesn't break your bank, then come join me on the Moonbase and sign up to my Patreon. Link in the description below. Thank you very much. Welcome back to Magic the Questioning, where we're about to find out the answers to round 4, where every correct answer is worth 4 points. Here we go. Question 1. Shards of Alara's Cedris, the Traitor King, gives each creature in your graveyard which keyword? Unearth, a keyword with an interesting history. We were looking for Unearth. Question 2. Which keyword ability was introduced in Armoncare and was centered in white and blue? Embalm. Tricky one this because the mechanic wasn't exclusive to white and blue, just centered around it, but we were looking for Embalm. Question 3. The 3-mana Direwolves has which keyword as long as you control a plains? Banding, which makes for this episode seemingly obligatory mention of banding. Question 4. What was the sole new keyword introduced in Dark Ascension? Undying. In my opinion, one of the most flavorful mechanics in the game. We were looking for Undying. Okay, here we go. Are you guys excited for the bonus round where you can double your points?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good to hear it. And you still don't recognise what I'm supposed to be then? Are you a spaceman?
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous. Round 5 is Art Attack, where we slowly reveal a picture to you, and if you can name what card uses that picture as its art before the music stops, then you double your points and you double your score. So to be clear, see some artwork and name that card for double points. I hope you're ready, because here we go. And that's time! Did you get it right? Well, if you said this was the art for the card Razorkin Needlehead, then you'll have just doubled your score. So now the question is, how did you do? Count up your score and let us know in the comments below. Well guys, how do you think that you did?
Yeah, I think pretty good.
Are there any extra points for best costume?
Oh, absolutely not, and you wouldn't win them anyway. Thankfully, that's the end of the show, but sadly, there's always another one, so join us again next time for Magic the Questioning. Thank you to everyone who supports this nonsense, like James Diamond, Eggboy the Particle that permeates all existence, and the rest of my patrons whose names are on screen now. If you'd like to submit a quiz question to the show, you can via my Patreon, as it's one of my Venus tier award perks. I'd also like to give an extra special thank you to Brett Canny for providing the music for this show. Don't forget to like and subscribe and set your notification bell to all so you can be updated when our next episode airs. And until then, from all of us here in the studio, we wish you a happy Halloween, and we will see you next time. They're messing with me, right? Gotta be. Freeze frame.